Hello, this is Jeff Craig, Superintendent of West Aurora Schools, and I want to welcome you back to our board recaps. And this is our final recap of the year 2018. So we had one board meeting in December, and so we had a lot of celebrations on that night, and I'll recap some of those events. So if you want to just take you back, this is an opportunity for us to highlight the topics and conversations that take place at board meetings. So if you want to be informed, you can do so at your convenience. So we'll be sharing, first of all, the Make a Difference recognitions, and those are items that are being considered by our board in the following three categories. They think about information and presentations in a step one or an information step, and then also in a step two, which is a discussion step. So as you move through the progression, you might have a proposal that goes for information, and that gets presented to the board. The board then 2 weeks later then will discuss that, and then 2 weeks following that they would potentially take action in a step three. So let's move into our December 10 board meeting. For those who make a difference, this was an exciting night for us. The West Aurora School District recognized high school fall sports championships and qualifiers. And the high school teams that were recognized are as follows. We had conference champs in boys cross country, girls tennis, and girls golf. Our boys soccer team made the final 16 in the state tournament, and they were regional champions. We had perennial football state qualifiers, and they also made the final 16 in state. And then we had some individual state qualifiers. We had Ryan Vanderway was a state qualifier in boys golf. We had our girls swimming group of Annabelle Olivo, Gina Jenkins, Sophie Bastian, and Chloe Leonard all qualified for state. And then Maria Goheen in girls tennis, not only did she qualify, but she was a state runner-up with this year and in girls tennis. And so we really want to congratulate all of our student athletes on their great accomplishments, and it's a great way to celebrate. Also, we had Those Who Make a Difference was submitted by Washington Middle School, and they recognized staff members Kathy Strait, students Iris Manning, Tamari Nujumbi, and Maria Jose Saron for their dedication, motivation, and demonstration of the general way. And that was presented by Dr. Brett Burton, principal of Washington Middle School. So now we move into our information segment, or our step one of our board meetings. The school improvement plan for Washington Middle School was presented by Principal Dr. Brett Burton. The schedule and update for all upcoming capital projects, including bid timelines, was presented to the board for information by Pat Dacey. An update of the district's Sodexo food service contract was presented to the board for information, was presented by Sodexo members Christopher Gargliano, district manager, and George Gurley, general manager of Sodexo. There was a naming committee that recommended the name for playground at Hill Elementary School, and that was presented to the board as a step one for information, presented by Angie Smith, our assistant superintendent for operations. Also an informational topic was a tax levy year 2018 abatement of taxes, and that was presented to the board for information by Ryan Abrahamson, who was our director of finance. We also had a bid information and specifications and lease pricing for school bus refresh that was presented to the board as a step one for information by Angie Smith, once again, Assistant Superintendent for Operations. And then we had our update on recent community events and efforts that was presented to the board by our Director of Community Affairs, Mr. Alex Perez. This meeting we didn't have any discussion items, and so those information items will become discussion items at our January meeting. But we did have three action items, and those are as follows. The Board of Education approved the request of the administration and instrumental music educators in District 129 to restructure the band instruction as presented. They also approved and authorized the amount stated on the attached certificate of tax levy and adopted the resolution authorizing and directing a tax levy. And then a third and final action item, the Board of Education approved the electricity contract starting in January of 2019 with Direct Energy Business LLC as presented. So that in a nutshell is our December 10 board meeting. We look forward to coming back to you in February, where we'll be recapping our 2 January board meetings. So that will be kicking off our 2019 board recaps. So that's all we have for now. We hope this has been helpful, and we'll see you in a few weeks. Thank you.